right, today we actually have business news after having this desert wasteland of true business news. And usually Neil springs an article on me, but today I'm springing one on him.
Hi everybody, welcome back. I'm your host, Neil Winteregg, joined as always by Dr. Greg Winteregg, CEO of Matterhorn Business Development. Now today we have a special video for you because we actually apparently found a news article worth talking about to do a business newsroom for the first time in many months.
Many months,
Yes.
many weeks, we actually have business news. We're so excited.
Well, according to him, I don't know what we're going to talk about. He found an article and he wanted to talk to me about it today. Now, if you're new to the newsroom, what we generally do is take news articles and give our opinion or information about it related to business news. And for the last many months, everything has just been about how wrong everybody is and how we're all going to die. And, you know, the cover of BusinessInsider.com was talking about the best kitty litter a couple of months ago. So apparently they were out of subjects too.
I didn't know that. That's actually funny. But we actually have news.
But now we have news.
What usually happens is Neil finds an article and then he springs it on me. But today we're reversing that.
Today I didn't find anything, but he did.
I did.
Go ahead and let's talk.
All right, Neil.
Yes.
This article
Yep.
in the money section on careers of USA Today. Many would quit if they had to return to the office after the pandemic. Now, I, as a business owner, have a feeling about that, but
Yes.
what say you?
Okay, well, most business owners are gonna say, oh my gosh, I can't reopen my business again. But the truth is, that's crap because we did a video a while ago now.
Maybe a year ago.
Well over a year ago, about how 30 to 40% of employees are disconnected employees, I think was the term.
Yeah, they're basically there just to get a paycheck.
Right, so we found that there was an article that did a study that found that 30 to 40% of employees and businesses are disconnected who don't want to be there anyway and just go through some of the daily motions to actually get a paycheck. So I'm gonna guess if most people wouldn't go back to work, it's gonna be the 30 to 40% that shouldn't be there anyway. And right now they like not going to work because they get to screw off at home and get paid for it. So don't be worried about this headline. Now, what's it actually say?
The first sentence says, nearly 30% of working professionals would quit if they had to return to the office after the pandemic.
That's shocking because nearly 30% of them wanted to quit anyway.
Exactly. 30% were only showing up for a paycheck anyway.
Yes.
So as an owner, what I say is, good.
Leave.
Leave.
You've been carrying 30% of your dead weight for the last year through a pandemic that you didn't need anyway.
Exactly. So there's a couple of different viewpoints. Now, the article here, this is taking the viewpoint of the worker.
Okay.
All right. Mm-hmm. So, and it starts off with many plan to start to reopen. Many businesses start to plan to reopen. And the owners just need to be prepared because a lot of employees who enjoy working at home are just going to say, sorry, boss, I quit.
Good.
Okay, so my first response is good. My second response is, what are you going to do? So if you quit,
As an employee who
as
quits.
an employee, what are you going to do? So you've got this cushy job that you've been able to get paid a decent salary, your full pay, while working from home. Who knows how many hours you're putting in? I don't know. I think for these folks, and I am not saying, I'm not condemning people from working at home. We've been working at home ever since the start of the pandemic, and we've tripled. So we still work. But what I'm saying is people who say they're not going to go back to work if they can't work out of their house, what are you going to do?
Now, I will throw a disclaimer out there before
Go ahead.
somebody loses their mind.
In the comment section?
In the comment section.
Go ahead.
If I'm a CEO of a company or a business owner and I have a superstar employee who doesn't want to come back to work because they're either high risk or they have somebody in their family who is high risk, then I keep them on. I keep them on and let them work remotely until they are safe to come back and work inside of the business.
Absolutely.
Of course. But if somebody wants to just get paid to not work, AKA their own unemployment line through you, then that person has to go.
Their own unemployment line.
That's what it is.
It's what it is. I hadn't looked at it that way. I find that hilarious. Okay, so
People are going to
this
hate us.
Chief of Human Research at Gartner, Gartner, I have no idea who that is, Brian Kropp, he says employees now expect to be able to work flexibly. They feel they should be able to decide where and when they work, and if they are not given that choice, some will look for other employers that do offer that. Flexibility over where they work will be viewed much like the way a 401k is viewed, as a basic component of the employment deal. Those who don't offer it will have a harder time hiring and retaining employees. So so that's fine. And there are companies now, I know, there are companies that are like, they're just going to let their lease expire. As a matter of fact, that's what we're going to do. Hello?
We just use it for filming now.
Yeah, we only need this space for filming. We're paying for office space that we no longer use. We figured out how to do it virtually. And so there are many companies, they're not going to renew leases, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, good, that's part of your model, that works. But what I don't like the tone or the attitude here is that the employees now have leverage over the owner.
Right.
I don't like this leverage.
The article is trying to scare the business owner.
I don't like that.
If you just read that headline going through your news, and this is why you can't read news headlines and expect to be any smarter, your IQ will drop by 15 points. If you just read the headline, you go to work today thinking, oh my God, I'm going to lose all my staff. Exactly. If you don't read the article and actually duplicate what the article says, you don't understand that it probably doesn't even apply to you.
And so I guess here's the main point that I want to make. I want to relate it to a friend of mine. He has a very successful business. He's been doing this for 25, 30 years. And during COVID, people couldn't come into work. So they figured out how to kind of keep things going, social distancing. In order to social distance, they had to lay off 60% of the people. So that started in March, April. In December, are you ready for this? This guy's been in business for 25, 30 years. In December, he had his best revenue month ever with 40% of the staff. And you have to, that just gives you pause.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, are you serious? Now, obviously, during the entire year, he had to restructure things, reorganize things, automate things that weren't automated before. But I'm just saying, you know what? As an owner, I'm not going to be held hostage. I'm not going to be held hostage by people like, you lose me, you lose all of this, you lose this division. Then as an owner, figure it out. And to Neil's point, you have highly productive people, not one of the 30 or 40% that want to sit home and get paid for doing nothing and, get paid for 40 hours and work 15 or 20. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a key staff member. Then that key staff member loves you, loves the business, and you love them. Then figure it out. Figure it out.
But you know what really pisses me off about this, and you said it a few minutes ago out of the article, and I don't remember what it was. I hate it when employees or people in general complain and want something done so that it suits them, but then they turn around and do the same crap to other people. Like these same people who just want to work from home also can't wait for the schools to open up again so that they don't have to deal with their kids all day. It's true, right?
And they're going to write a letter to their congressman because the teacher doesn't want to go back into the classroom.
The schools need to be open again, but I need to work from home. It's ridiculous. And it's the same 30%.
So here's my point. Don't worry. Don't panic.
Yep.
By our experience, my friend's experience, many clients' experiences, it's different now, but this is where innovation and creativity come in. And so just figure it out.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be fine. You don't have to, if an employee is trying to leverage you, you don't need that employee.
Yep. And don't let your IQ drop by reading just the headline of a scary article like that. All right, so that was the first newsroom we've done in a while. Please like, subscribe, leave your comments down below. Tell us how stupid we are because it makes my day so much brighter when you do. And I'll see you next time.